Top 5 vitamins to strengthen your legs. Prevent leg cramps in seniors. Hello everyone. Welcome to Senior Health Tips, your go-to place for simple, practical, and heartfelt advice to help seniors live healthier, stay independent, and enjoy every day to the fullest. Today we're diving into a topic that so many of us, especially those over 60, deal with: weak legs and those pesky, painful leg cramps. Have you ever noticed your legs just don't feel as strong as they used to? Or maybe you've woken up in the middle of the night with a cramp that leaves your calf locked up tight? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Millions of seniors across the US and around the world face this exact struggle. But here's the good news. It's not just about getting older. It could be your body telling you it's missing some key vitamins. Don't worry, because in this video, we're revealing the top 5 vitamins to strengthen your legs, stop those frustrating cramps, and even bring some extra benefits to your everyday life. Picture this: you wake up one morning feeling light on your feet, no stiffness or soreness holding you back. You can walk down the stairs without that shaky feeling, or maybe even take a stroll around the block without getting tired. That's what these vitamins can do for you. They're not just about stronger legs, but about giving you the confidence to live the independent life you deserve. And trust me, when we get to number 3 on this list, you'll see why it's a total game changer, something that can make a real difference you'll feel right away. So stick with us until the end, because we've got a bonus tip coming up that might just change the way you take care of yourself. Before we jump in, I'd love to hear where you're tuning in from today. Are you watching from sunny California, or maybe enjoying the cool breeze in New York? Drop a comment below and let us know. If you've got any questions about leg health or cramps, feel free to ask. We're here to help you out. And if you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications right now so you never miss a single life-changing tip from Senior Health Tips. We're all about bringing you real-world advice that's easy to follow, so you can feel healthier and happier every day. Now let's talk about why your legs need a little extra love as we get older. Once you hit your 60s, your body doesn't soak up nutrients as well as it used to. Simple things like walking a short distance or standing in the kitchen for a while can leave your legs feeling tired or wobbly. Sometimes you might even get jolted awake at night by a sudden cramp, that awful moment when your muscle tightens up out of nowhere and you can't do a thing about it. I've heard from so many seniors who thought this was just a normal part of aging, but here's the truth. It doesn't have to be. Science shows that a lack of certain vitamins could be the real reason your legs feel weak or cramp up more often. With the right nutrients, you can wave goodbye to that discomfort and get back to moving around with ease. Take a second to think about this. Have you ever wondered why your legs feel heavy after a long day, or why it's harder to keep your balance when you stand up from a chair? Your body might be sending you a signal that it needs a little more help from the right vitamins. In this video, we're not just going to list the top 5 vitamins for your legs. We'll break down exactly how they work, where you can find them, and how to add them into your routine without any fuss. From sipping a warm cup of milk before bed to tossing a banana into your breakfast, these small changes can make a big difference for your health. So, what are we waiting for? Let's kick things off with the first vitamin, one that over 50% of seniors in the US don't get enough of. Any guesses? It's vitamin D, also known as the sunshine vitamin. This is your key to stronger bones, flexible muscles, and even better sleep at night. Ready to find out how it can power up your legs? Let's dive right in. Alright, let's kick things off with the first vitamin on our list of the top 5 vitamins to strengthen your legs and prevent those annoying cramps. It's vitamin D. You might have heard it called the sunshine vitamin, and for good reason. This is one of the most essential nutrients your body needs, especially as you move past 60. But here's something that might surprise you. Research shows that over 50% of seniors in the US aren't getting enough vitamin D every day. That means a whole lot of us, maybe even you, could be missing out on a simple way to keep our legs strong, our bones sturdy, and our energy levels up. So why is vitamin D such a big deal? And how can you make it part of your life? Let's dive in and find out together. First, let's talk about why vitamin D is like a best friend to your legs. As we get older, our bodies don't soak up nutrients as well as they used to. It's not just about slowing down, it's about how our bones and muscles need a little extra help to stay in top shape. Without enough vitamin D, your body struggles to absorb calcium, a nutrient we'll get to later in this video. When calcium's low, your bones can get weak and brittle, raising your chances of a fracture if you take a tumble. But that's not the whole story. Vitamin D also plays a huge role in keeping your muscles working smoothly. If your legs ever feel weak wobbly when you stand for a while, or prone to cramps at night, a vitamin D deficiency might be the culprit. I've heard from so many seniors who say their legs just don't have the strength they used to, and they had no idea a small tweak to their diet or routine could help them feel steady on their feet again. Picture this for a moment. You're out walking around your little backyard, maybe half a mile or so, but suddenly your legs start feeling tired and heavy, or maybe you're in the kitchen fixing dinner, and after just 10 minutes, you've got to sit down because your legs are shaky. Those moments aren't just frustrating, they can make you worry about falling, which is a real concern for so many seniors across the U.S. The good news: vitamin D can help lower that risk. It doesn't just strengthen your bones, it powers up your muscles too, helping you stay balanced and move around with ease. Plus, it supports your immune system, fighting off infections and inflammation that can wear you out as you age. But wait, there's more. Have you ever felt your mood dip for no reason? Or maybe you've noticed it's harder to focus like you used to. Science backs this up. Vitamin D is tied to your mental health too. It can help lower your risk of depression and even boost your memory, things that matter so much for enjoying an independent, happy life as you age. So with just this one little vitamin, you're not only giving your legs a lift, but also supporting your whole body and mind. Sounds pretty amazing, right? Now, you might be wondering, am I low on vitamin D? Let me share a few signs to check for yourself. If you often feel muscle pain or weakness, especially in your legs, that could be a clue. Or if you notice you're getting tired easily, running low on energy, or even tripping more than you used to, vitamin D might be the fix. Some folks even feel down in the dumps or have trouble sleeping. All of these could point to not getting enough of this sunshine vitamin. If any of those ring a bell for you, don't worry, we're about to figure out how to get more of it the easy way. So where can you find vitamin D? The simplest way is to step outside and soak up some sun. Just 15 to 30 minutes of sunlight on your skin each day, like a morning walk or sitting on your porch, can work wonders for your body to make its own vitamin D. But if you live somewhere with less sun, like those chilly winter spots in Michigan or Oregon, sunshine might not cut it all year round. No problem. Food's got you covered too. Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines are packed with vitamin D. For example, a 3-ounce piece of salmon gives you nearly 600 IU of vitamin D. That's almost the daily recommended amount for folks over 65, which is about 600 minus 800 IU. Not a fish fan? Try fortified foods like cow's milk, orange juice, or breakfast cereals. A warm cup of milk before bed isn't just tasty. It's a great way to sneak in some vitamin D and relax your body too. If you're not sure you're getting enough from sun and food, a vitamin D3 supplement can be a solid option. Just check with your doctor first, especially if you're on other meds, to make sure the dose is right for you. A quick blood test can tell you where your vitamin D levels stand, and if you need to tweak anything. I know someone, Susan, who's 68 and lives in Ohio. She used to feel her legs get weak and cramped up every night. After her doctor checked her levels, she found out she was really low on vitamin D. A few weeks of getting 20 minutes of sun a day and adding salmon to her dinners, and she says her legs have never felt better. Could that be you too? Here's a little tip: try a 15-minute walk in the morning sun. It's a double win for vitamin D and a fresh start to your day. Or if you're staying indoors, sip a cup of fortified orange juice with breakfast. These small steps can bring big benefits to your health, not just now but for years to come. It's all about living healthier, cutting your risk of falls, and enjoying that independent life without worrying about weak legs. Before we move on to the next vitamin, I'd love for you to join in with us. Drop a comment below and type the number 1 if you're going to try boosting your vitamin D with sunshine or food this week. We'd love to hear which way you pick, and if you've tried it before, let us know how it went. Ready to check out the second vitamin on our list? Let's keep going. We just wrapped up exploring vitamin D, that amazing sunshine vitamin that keeps your legs strong and your bones sturdy. Are you ready to try adding some sun or a warm cup of milk to your routine? But don't stop there, because now we're moving on to another vitamin that's just as crucial for keeping your legs flexible and free from those pesky cramps. It's magnesium. If vitamin D is the friend that helps you stand tall, then magnesium is the quiet hero that relaxes your muscles and waves goodbye to those painful tighten-ups, especially at night. Have you ever heard of this muscle relaxer before? Let's dive in together and see why it's a must-have for senior health and wellness. You know that horrible feeling, right? When you're sound asleep and suddenly your leg locks up with a cramp? It's like your muscle has a mind of its own, seizing up at the worst possible moment, jolting you awake and leaving you rubbing your leg in pain. If that sounds familiar, your body might be trying to tell you something. You could be low on magnesium. This essential mineral is responsible for over 300 biochemical reactions in your body, from helping your muscles relax to keeping your nerves running smoothly. When your magnesium levels dip, your muscles get more prone to spasms, cramps, and even little twitches, things nobody wants to deal with, especially when you're just trying to unwind after a long day. I once heard from a sweet lady in Georgia who said she got cramps so often she was afraid to fall asleep deeply, worried she'd wake up in the middle of the night. That's exhausting, isn't it? So what does magnesium do for you? First off, it's a pro at preventing those painful leg cramps, especially at night. Imagine going to bed without worrying about waking up to a sudden muscle clench. That alone feels like a relief, doesn't it? Magnesium also supports healthy nerve function, cutting down on those annoying twitches or little jolts you might feel in your legs when you've been sitting too long, like watching TV for an hour on the couch. It smooths out muscle contractions too, so you can walk, stand up, or do chores around the house without feeling stiff or sore. And here's a big bonus. Magnesium boosts energy production in your body, helping you feel less wiped out and more refreshed every day. For seniors, that means a more active life. Whether it's strolling around the park for a quick half-mile loop, or playing with the grandkids without running out of steam right away. But wait a second, magnesium doesn't just stop at stronger legs, it helps your sleep too. Ever had trouble drifting off because your legs feel restless or jittery? That could be a sign you need more of this mineral. A good night's sleep doesn't just leave you sharper in the morning, it makes you feel younger when you wake up. I remember chatting with a friend in Arizona, Linda, who's 67. She told me her legs would twitch every night, keeping her tossing and turning. After adding magnesium to her diet, she said not only did the cramps disappear, but her sleep got so deep her husband joked she was snoozing like a kid again. Doesn't that sound tempting? Who's at risk of running low on magnesium? If you sweat a lot, like walking a few laps around the block on a hot summer day in Texas when it's pushing 90 degrees Fahrenheit, you might be losing this mineral without realizing it. Seniors are especially prone because our bodies don't absorb magnesium as well as we age. Plus, if you're a big coffee or soda drinker, those can flush magnesium out faster too. I met a guy, Tom, 70 years old, from Florida. He said every night his calves would cramp up so bad he'd have to jump out of bed to massage them. He loved his morning walks, about a mile around his neighborhood, but didn't realize sweat was draining his magnesium. His doctor checked him out and found he was low, probably because his diet wasn't cutting it. A few small changes later, he was sleeping better and free from those nagging pains. So how do you get more magnesium for stronger legs and restful nights? Start with food. It's the easiest and most natural way. Nuts and seeds like almonds, cashews, and sunflower seeds are fantastic sources. Just a small handful of almonds, about 1 ounce, gives you nearly 80 milligrams of magnesium, a solid step toward the recommended 300 to 400 milligrams a day for adults. Prefer a sweeter snack? Bananas are a great pick, loaded with magnesium and a bonus of potassium, which we'll talk about later in this video. If you're a chocolate lover, here's some good news. Dark chocolate has magnesium too, so you can enjoy a little square, about 1 ounce, guilt-free, tasty and healthy at the same time. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard are quiet heroes too. 1 cup of cooked spinach can deliver over 150 milligrams of magnesium, nearly half your daily need. If you're thinking about magnesium supplements, that's fine too, but check with your doctor first, especially if you've got kidney issues or take other meds, like blood pressure pills. Here's a quick tip. Staying hydrated matters when you up your magnesium, because studies show dehydration can make cramps worse. Aim for 8 cups of water a day, that's about 64 ounces, and toss in some coconut water if you want a natural electrolyte boost. That guy Tom I mentioned earlier, Started sipping a cup of lemon water with a pinch of sea salt every afternoon. It's tasty and helped his muscles chill out. After just a week, he said his cramps were pretty much gone. Want to give it a shot? Here's an easy idea to start. Toss a handful of sunflower seeds into your lunch, or nibble on a few squares of dark chocolate in the evening, instead of sugary treats. If you're into cooking, try sautéing a cup of spinach with some garlic. It's delicious and packs in that magnesium. You could even whip up a quick smoothie with a banana and a cup of milk. Takes 5 minutes flat, for a double dose of magnesium and calcium. These little tweaks don't just stop cramps, they leave you feeling stronger, so you can enjoy your golden years without pain slowing you down. It's like a simple trick for all-around wellness, from flexible legs to deeper sleep every night, helping you live the healthy, happy life you deserve. But don't forget, magnesium isn't just about what you eat. It's tied to how you take care of yourself daily. For instance, if you sit still too long, like binge-watching a 2-hour movie on Netflix, try standing up and stretching every 30 minutes to keep your blood flowing. Pair that with magnesium, and your legs will feel so much lighter. I know someone in Colorado, Anne, who's 72. She used to think cramps were just part of getting older, but after adding greens and water to her routine, she said not only did the pain ease up, but she could walk farther, from her house to the grocery store a mile away, without stopping to rest. Before we head to the third vitamin, I'd love for you to jump in with us. Drop a comment below and type "mag" if you're planning to try boosting your magnesium with foods like nuts or greens this week. We'd love to hear which one you pick, and if you've used magnesium before, let us know if it helped with your cramps. Now, are you ready to check out the next vitamin, a real energy booster for your muscles and nerves? Let's keep rolling. Alright, we just finished digging into magnesium, that amazing muscle relaxer that helps you prevent cramps and sleep better every night. Are you ready to try tossing some almonds or a cup of spinach into your meals? I hope those little tips will keep your legs feeling lighter. But don't stop there, because now we're moving on to another vitamin, one that's like fuel for your muscles and nerves. Vitamin B12. If magnesium keeps you relaxed, then vitamin B12 is your trusty sidekick that powers you up, keeping your legs strong and your mind sharp. It's one of the most vital nutrients for seniors to stay energized and mobile. So let's explore together what it can do for you. Think of vitamin B12 as a secret energy source your body needs to run smoothly. Have you ever felt like your legs just don't have the strength to keep up with you? Or maybe you've noticed a tingling pins and needles sensation in your feet or toes without knowing why. If so, those could be signs your body's running low on vitamin B12. This is a vitamin your body can't make on its own, so we've got to get it from food or supplements. When you don't have enough B12, your body starts waving red flags: weakness, numbness, even trouble balancing when you stand or walk. I once heard from an older gentleman in Minnesota who said he kept stumbling because his legs felt weak, and he had no idea a simple tweak to his diet could help him stand steady again. So how does vitamin B12 help you out? First, it boosts nerve function, helping prevent that uncomfortable numbness or prickling in your legs and feet, the kind that can keep you up at night or make you hesitant to move around. Picture it like a repair crew for your nerves, keeping them in tip-top shape so you can feel everything clearly. Second, vitamin B12 ramps up your energy and fights off fatigue, leaving you feeling strong and ready to tackle the day. That's huge for seniors, when even a short walk from your house to the mailbox, maybe just a quarter mile, can leave you winded. And finally, it supports red blood cell production, making sure oxygen flows efficiently to your muscles so they stay healthy and perform at their best. When your muscles are well fed with oxygen, you'll find it easier to climb stairs or pick something up off the floor. But vitamin B12 doesn't just stop at your legs, it's got perks for your whole self. Ever feel like your brain's in a fog, struggling to remember little things like where you left your keys? Vitamin B12 helps protect your memory and mental health, key pieces for living independently and happily as you age. I remember chatting with Helen, 69, from Wisconsin. She told me she was always tired, her legs felt numb, and she'd forget her friends' names. After her doctor checked her out, she found her B12 levels were worryingly low. A few weeks of adding it back in, and she said not only were her legs stronger, but her mind was clearer too. She even beat her grandkids at a word game. How's that for motivation? Who's at risk of running low on vitamin B12? Seniors top the list, because as we get older, our stomachs produce less acid, which makes it harder to absorb B12 from food. If you're vegetarian or don't eat meat, your risk is even higher, since B12 mostly comes from animal products. I met Bill, 71, from Oregon, a longtime vegetarian. He didn't realize he was low on B12 until his legs started shaking, and he struggled to walk a 1-mile path near his house. Lucky for him, he caught it in time and adjusted, and now he's back to his daily walks with no trouble. Do you notice signs like lingering tiredness, numb legs, or wobbly balance? If so, listen to your body. A simple blood test can give you the scoop. So where can you get vitamin B12? If you're a meat eater, animal-based sources are your best bet. Lean meats like beef, chicken, or pork are packed with B12. A 3-ounce piece of beef can give you over 100% of your daily need, about 2.4 micrograms for adults. Eggs and dairy like milk, cheese, and yogurt are tasty options too. A warm cup of milk before bed doesn't just soothe you, it's a B12 boost too. Fish like tuna, salmon, and sardines are great picks. A 3-ounce serving of tuna delivers nearly 3 micrograms of B12. If you're vegetarian or vegan, don't worry, there are fortified foods like breakfast cereals, plant-based milks like soy milk, and nutritional yeast. But if you're fully plant-based, natural plant sources usually aren't enough, so a B12 supplement is a must. Check with your doctor to find the right one for you. Here's a quick tip to get started. Add a boiled egg to your breakfast. It's fast and full of B12. If you're into fish, try baking a salmon fillet for dinner. Just 15 minutes, for both B12 and a delicious meal. For vegetarians, a cup of fortified cereal with soy milk is an easy way to kick off your day. These small changes don't just strengthen your legs, they lift your energy too, so you can step out confidently without worrying about fatigue or wobbling. That Helen I mentioned earlier started with eggs and milk for breakfast, and she said she can now walk around her neighborhood, about half a mile, without stopping. Want to give it a try? But here's the thing, vitamin B12 works best when you take care of your whole body. For example, if you sit a lot, like watching a 2-hour movie, try standing up and moving around a bit, every so often to keep your blood flowing. Pair that with B12, and your muscles and nerves will feel sharper. I know a guy in California, James, 73, who thought tiredness was just part of aging, but after adding B12 through fish and milk, he said not only did the numbness fade, but he could play golf with his buddies, walking nearly a mile on the course, without needing a cart. Pretty cool, right? Before we move on to the next vitamin, I'd love for you to join in with us. Drop a comment below, and type the number 3, if you're planning to try boosting your vitamin B12 with foods like eggs or fish this week. We'd love to hear what you pick, and if you've used B12 before, let us know if it helped with your energy. Now, are you ready to check out the 4th vitamin, a real bone protector? Let's keep going. We just wrapped up exploring vitamin B12, that fantastic energy booster that keeps your muscles and nerves buzzing with life. Are you ready to try adding an egg or a piece of salmon to your meals? I hope those tips help you feel more energized every day. But don't stop there, because now we're moving on to another nutrient, a true friend not just for your legs but for your whole body, calcium. If vitamin B12 is your power source, then calcium is the bone protector that keeps you steady, moving comfortably, and living strong as you age. It's a must-have for seniors to stay independent, so let's dive in and see what it can do for you. You might think calcium is just about bones, but it's got a lot more going for it. Have you ever felt your legs stiffen up after standing for a while? Or worried your bones might be more fragile than they used to be? If so, calcium is what you need to pay attention to. This mineral is what your body relies on to keep your bones and teeth strong, but it also plays a big role in making sure your muscles work right. When you don't have enough calcium, your muscles can't contract properly, leading to cramps, spasms, or even weakness, stuff that might make you hesitate to step outside or tackle chores. I once heard from a sweet lady in Pennsylvania who said her legs ached every time she walked just a quarter mile to her neighbor's house, and she had no clue that low calcium might be the reason. So what does calcium do for you? First off, it strengthens your bones and teeth, cutting down the risk of fractures, super important as you get older, since even a small stumble can turn into a big problem. Studies show seniors low on calcium are more prone to osteoporosis, where bones get thin and brittle. But that's not all. Calcium regulates muscle contractions too, helping prevent those pesky cramps that might hit when you're sleeping or standing too long. It supports your nerves as well, keeping the signals between your brain and body smooth so you can move without feeling clumsy. And here's a cool twist. Calcium teams up with vitamin D, which we talked about way back in part 1, to keep your bones dense and strong, warding off osteoporosis that so many seniors in the US worry about. Even your heart depends on calcium to beat steady. That's right, it's not just about bones, it's about your whole health. But let's take it a step further. Calcium doesn't just protect your body, it boosts your confidence too. Ever hesitate to walk down the stairs because you're afraid your legs might give out, or want to play with your grandkids but worry you're not strong enough? Calcium can change that. With solid bones and supported muscles, you'll feel more flexible, whether it's strolling around the block, maybe half a mile, or picking something up off the floor without needing a hand. I remember chatting with Robert, 74, from Ohio. He used to get cramps every morning when he woke up, and his bones creaked every time he stood. After his doctor told him to up his calcium, he said he can now walk to the park near his house, about a mile, without a cane. Pretty awesome, huh? Who's at risk of running low on calcium? Seniors are the ones to watch, because as we age, our bodies don't hold on to calcium as well, and the risk of osteoporosis climbs. If you're active, like walking a few laps around your yard every day, your muscles and bones need calcium to recover. Folks who skip dairy, maybe because of lactose intolerance or a vegan diet, are more likely to miss out too. I met Sarah, 68, from Nevada, who couldn't handle milk because it upset her stomach, and she kept getting leg pain when she stood too long in the kitchen. After switching to other calcium sources, she said not only did her legs stop hurting, but she slept better too, probably because those cramps stopped bugging her. So where can you get calcium? The best sources are dairy products like milk, yogurt, and cheese. 1 cup of milk, about 8 ounces, gives you nearly 300 milligrams of calcium, close to a third of your daily need, which is around 1,000 to 1,200 milligrams for folks over 65. Yogurt's a tasty option too. A cup of plain yogurt can pack over 400 milligrams. If dairy's not your thing, leafy greens like kale, spinach, and bok choy step up. A cup of cooked kale brings about 100 milligrams of calcium. Fortified foods like orange juice or plant-based milk work great too. A cup of calcium-fortified orange juice can deliver 350 milligrams. If you're struggling to get enough from food, calcium supplements are an easy fix, but check with your doctor to pick the right dose. Here's a little tip to start. Try a warm cup of milk before bed. It's yummy and gives you a calcium boost to relax your muscles. If you're into greens, toss a cup of kale into your dinner. Sautéed with garlic is a delicious way to mix it up. You could also enjoy a cup of yogurt with fruit for breakfast, quick and packed with goodness. These small swaps don't just build stronger bones, they keep your muscles nimble too, so you can move confidently without worrying about pain or falls. That Robert I mentioned earlier started with milk and greens, and he said he can now stand longer in his garden without a break, from 10 minutes to nearly half an hour. Want to give it a go? But here's the deal. Calcium shines brightest when you pair it with a healthy lifestyle. For example, if you sit a lot, like watching TV all afternoon, try standing up and walking around a bit to wake up your bones. Combine that with calcium, and your body will feel tougher. I know a friend in Illinois, Margaret, 70, who was worried her bones were weak because her back kept aching. But after adding yogurt and short walks, about a quarter mile a day, she said not only did her legs get stronger, but her back stopped bothering her too. Science backs this up. Seniors with enough calcium are less likely to fall, so don't let a shortage hold you back. Whether you're 60 or 80, calcium's your trusty partner. Before we head to the final vitamin, I'd love for you to jump in with us. Drop a comment below and type kale if you're planning to try boosting your calcium with milk or greens this week. We'd love to hear what you pick, and if you've used calcium before, let us know if it helped with your pain. Now, are you ready to check out the 5th vitamin, the king of muscle health? Let's keep rolling. All right, we just finished digging into calcium, that awesome bone protector that keeps you steady and your muscles flexible. Are you ready to try adding a cup of milk or some kale to your meals? I hope those little tips help you feel more confident stepping out. But don't stop there, because now we're moving on to the final vitamin on our list. One that truly earns the title King of Muscle Health: potassium. If calcium guards your bones, then potassium is the hero that keeps your muscles strong, limber, and free from cramps. It's a key to staying healthy and active as a senior. So let's explore together what it can do for you. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with a painful leg cramp in your calf? That feeling when your muscle locks up tight and won't let go, leaving you sitting up, rubbing it out in exhaustion. If that sounds familiar, potassium is what you need to pay attention to. This powerhouse electrolyte is something your body relies on to keep your muscles working right, balance your fluids, and even support your heart. When you're low on potassium, your muscles can seize up and cramp, especially at times you least expect, like when you're sleeping soundly or resting after a long day. I once heard from an older gentleman in Tennessee who said he'd get cramps just lying on the couch watching TV, and he had no idea a little potassium could turn things around. So what does potassium do for you? First off, it prevents muscle cramps and spasms, those sudden jolts of pain you might feel when you're relaxing or on the move. Imagine sleeping through the night without jolting awake from a leg cramp. That alone feels like a win, doesn't it? Potassium regulates muscle contractions, keeping them smooth and stopping those uncomfortable, out-of-nowhere tightenings. Second, it maintains fluid balance. Your muscles need the right mix of water and electrolytes to function, and potassium teams up with sodium to make sure you don't tire out or dehydrate too fast. Ever felt your legs drag after a short walk, like half a mile around the neighborhood? That could be a sign you need more potassium to keep your muscles supple. And finally, it supports heart health and circulation. Your heart's a muscle too, and potassium helps maintain healthy blood pressure, delivering oxygen and nutrients to your body more efficiently. But let's take it a step further. Potassium isn't just about muscles, it brings comfort to your everyday life. Ever wanted to walk longer with friends but worried your legs wouldn't hold up, or felt like gardening but feared your muscles would give out? Potassium can make that happen. When your muscles are well nourished, you'll feel tougher, whether it's walking a mile to the store or standing in the kitchen cooking dinner. I remember chatting with Grace, 72, from Kentucky. She told me every time she walked from her house to the post office, just a quarter mile, her legs would cramp up. After her doctor suggested more potassium, she said she could go farther without stopping, and even got back to tending her little flower garden. How's that for inspiration? Who's at risk of running low on potassium? Seniors need to watch out, because as we age, our bodies can lose electrolytes through sweat or a diet that's lacking. If you sweat a lot, like walking in the hot sun in Florida when it's pushing 85 degrees Fahrenheit, you might be losing potassium without realizing it. Folks on certain meds like diuretics are more prone too. I met Henry, 69, from South Carolina. He loved his morning walks, about a mile, but by night his legs would lock up. Turns out his blood pressure meds were lowering his potassium, and his diet wasn't making up for it. After some tweaks, he said not only did the cramps vanish, but he felt stronger working in his yard too. So where do you get potassium? Food's the easiest and tastiest way. Bananas are the classic star. One medium banana gives you about 400 milligrams of potassium, nearly 10% of your daily need, around 4,700 milligrams for adults. Oranges and citrus fruits are great too. A cup of fresh orange juice, about 8 ounces, brings nearly 500 milligrams. Sweet potatoes are a nutrient-packed choice. One medium-baked sweet potato can deliver over 600 milligrams and keep you full. Beans and lentils shine here too. A cup of cooked beans gives you about 700 milligrams plus some protein. If you're into drinks, coconut water's a natural boost. An 8-ounce cup can offer over 500 milligrams, perfect after a walk. That Henry mentioned started with bananas and sweet potatoes, and he said he can walk now without worrying about leg pain. Here's a quick tip to start. Grab a banana for breakfast. It's fast, tasty, and loaded with potassium. If you're into cooking, try baking a sweet potato with a sprinkle of salt, just 20 minutes, for a hearty dinner. You could also sip a cup of fresh orange juice in the afternoon to quench your thirst and up your potassium. These small changes don't just stop cramps, they keep your muscles strong so you can move confidently without fatigue or stiffness. That Grace I talked about earlier added oranges and beans to her diet, and she said she can stand longer in her garden, from 15 minutes to nearly an hour, without sitting down. Want to give it a shot? But here's the thing, potassium works best when you stay hydrated. If you're skimping on water, like only drinking 4 cups instead of 8 a day, your muscles might still cramp even with enough potassium. Aim for 64 ounces of water daily, and toss in some coconut water if you're sweating a lot. I know a guy in New Mexico, Paul, 70, who thought cramps were just part of aging. But after adding bananas and drinking enough water, he said not only did his legs feel better, but he could walk a mile to his friend's house without stopping. Studies show potassium helps lower blood pressure too, so it's a fantastic all-around buddy for your health. If you keep getting cramps, feel tired, or notice muscle weakness, try adding potassium to your diet. It's a simple way to get your muscles humming again. For example, after a half-mile walk around the block, sip a cup of coconut water to replenish electrolytes. I know a lady in Virginia, Ellen, 75, who used to cramp up every night after chores. After trying sweet potatoes and orange juice, she said she sleeps better and can stand longer while cooking, from 20 minutes to nearly 45 minutes. Worth a try, right? Before we wrap up this list, I'd love for you to join in with us. Drop a comment below and type the number 5 if you're planning to try boosting your potassium with bananas or sweet potatoes this week. We'd love to hear what you pick, and if you've used potassium before, let us know if it helped with your cramps. Now, are you ready for one last bonus tip and a wrap-up of this journey? Let's keep going. Alright, we just finished exploring potassium, the king of muscle health that keeps your legs strong and waves goodbye to those pesky cramps. Are you ready to try adding a banana or a cup of orange juice to your diet? I hope those tips help you feel lighter and more energized. Now, we've made it through all 5 amazing vitamins on this list: vitamin D, magnesium, vitamin B12, calcium, and potassium, each one bringing special benefits to help seniors like you live healthier, stay independent, and enjoy every day. Before we wrap up, I want to sum up everything we've heard and share one last bonus tip that could change how you take care of your legs. Let's look back and get ready to take action together. First off, remember that these vitamins aren't just scientific names. They're real buddies on your golden years journey. Vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin, gives you sturdy bones and flexible muscles. Just 15 minutes in the morning sun or a warm cup of milk can make a difference, you'll feel. Magnesium, the muscle relaxer, helps you sleep better and stops cramps. A handful of almonds or a square of dark chocolate might be the trick to waking up refreshed. Vitamin B12, the energy booster, keeps your nerves and muscles humming. A boiled egg or piece of salmon can get you moving without feeling wiped out. Calcium, the bone protector, strengthens bones and keeps muscles nimble. A cup of yogurt a day is a simple way to step out with confidence. And finally, potassium, the king of muscles, keeps your muscles tough and circulation steady. Just one banana can help you say bye to sudden spasms. See what I mean? Each vitamin brings its own perk, but together they're a dream team for your all-around health. Picture this: you wake up every morning with legs that feel light, no aches or cramps slowing you down. You can walk around the block, even just half a mile, without stopping, or stand in the kitchen cooking your favorite meal without getting tired. That's not just about health. It's the freedom and joy you deserve as you age. I heard from a sweet lady in Texas who said after trying these tips, she didn't just ditch the cramps, she could play with her grandkids longer, from 10 minutes to nearly half an hour, without needing a break. Want to feel that too? But before we say goodbye, I've got a special bonus tip for you, something the original video mentioned that's totally worth trying. Did you know that even if you're getting all 5 of these vitamins, dehydration can still cause leg cramps? Yep, drinking enough water is the key to keeping everything running smoothly. Try getting 8 cups of water a day, about 64 ounces, to keep your muscles strong and flexible. If you sweat a lot, like walking in the California sun, add a cup of coconut water or lemon water with a pinch of salt to replenish electrolytes. I know a guy in Arizona, John, 71, who used to cramp up even with enough potassium. But after upping his water from 4 cups to 8 a day, he said his legs felt so much lighter, and he could walk a mile without pain. Simple but powerful, right? So what are you going to do with everything we've heard today? You don't have to change it all at once. Just start with one small step. Maybe toss a banana into your breakfast for more potassium, or sip a cup of milk before bed to boost calcium and relax your muscles. Or if you're up for getting outside, try a 15-minute walk in the sun for vitamin D. It's great for your legs and lifts your spirits too. These little tweaks can lead to big wins, less pain, more strength, and a happier, healthier you every day. Pick one vitamin to start with, like John did with water and potassium, and see how it transforms your life. I want to thank you for joining me in this video. Thank you for taking the time to listen and soak up these simple health tips to care for your legs and your whole self. Here at Senior Health Tips, we're thrilled to bring you practical, easy-to-follow advice to help you live stronger and happier. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications right now so you never miss a tip down the road. We want to be with you on this journey, so let us know what you think. Before we part ways, I've got one question for you. Out of these 5 vitamins, which one do you think you're missing most? Vitamin D from sunshine, magnesium from nuts, vitamin B12 from eggs, calcium from milk, or potassium from bananas? Drop a comment below and type start if you're planning to start adding one of them today. We'd love to hear your story, and if you've already tried one, let us know how it worked for you. Thanks again, and see you in the next video with more health tips to make every day even better.